Awesome! Never mind then.
Yeah. So here we are, back-to-back shows. Once again, we have another band all the way from overseas. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Yeah, hi, I'm Matti Pulkkinen from Ultimatum, the keyboardist and the composer of and the mastermind of this band.
Awesome. Awesome. And where are you
double
guys
check.
from? What?
Yeah, from Finland, from Tampere region currently. So we're kind of band that we are from not from any specific town, but we are like all over the Finland.
Right on. Awesome. Awesome. Now TJ and I don't want to cut each other off. You can go first for this show, my friend.
Oh, so the new album you guys have coming here. When did you guys start doing that? Like,
I think we started in 2016 in autumn. I think it was a year after our previous albums. That's when I started like really working on it and writing songs and stuff like that. But we started recording it. I think it was 2018. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not bad at all. That's actually fairly recent, then, technically, given the circumstances, like how everything went down, like even last year to even put anything out. Or go ahead, Amanda. Oh, you're taking a drink?
Yeah, no, I got it. I got this.
All right.
Tell us about your new video, because that's the most recent thing you guys have put out, right? Is the Digital Tower video in April?
Yeah. That's the latest one. So, we recorded all the vocals with the video camcorder also. So we'll be using those videos for these official singles. So it's kind of the takes that are you actually hear in the album. So the actual album takes what's on the video. So and the Rockshots Records guys combined it with some static pictures of us and stuff like that. So they've been making those videos for us.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's all right.
So we have all the vocal leads on the video. So almost all. Couple of times I forgot to put on the camera, and then the battery ran out. But it's like almost all the lines are on video. So we have to make up some use for it.
Yeah, true, right?
Right on. And how long did it take to put the video together?
Quite a long time. I did the groundwork for the video, but I had a lot of time to do it between kind of when the guitars were being recorded and stuff like that, when solos were being recorded. So I've been doing it like in weekends, but of course it's a lot of work. There's like can be 20 takes for a single line, and then you need to find the one that's actually on the album. So.
That's got to be a bit frustrating to do it 20, 30 times and then only get one take out of the thing, right?
Yeah. Well, the vocal parts are not that bad. My own keyboard videos were the worst. Like for 1 15 seconds part in the fifth song, I spent like 1 hour to record that 15-second part. So there was lot of takes in the video. And when I was going through the videos, I was like, oh shit, did it really take that long? But yeah, it did.
Yeah. Now, you guys have an impressive amount of songs on your new album here, actually. Can you tell me a little bit about Don't Fear the Silence? It was kind of one song that caught me right away, right? So
it was a good song.
Yeah, that is actually going to be our next single song. So,
well done.
Yeah. So that's we usually don't do that kind of semi-acoustic ballads at all. So I don't know why, but this time I was kind of friend of mine asked me that why don't you have any kind of good slow songs, and then I was like well, all right, maybe I need to do it, and it turned out really good with Emily in the vocals, and she was singing it like real nicely. So.
Mm-hmm. No, when I was skipping through the album this morning while I was rearranging everything, And it came on. It kind of caught me by surprise for the first couple songs. I was like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it was nice and mellow. I actually sat down and I didn't do anything but listen to that song. And then
it's in quite a crucial song in the story also. So it kind of there's a kind of good rage going on before that song, and then it kind of slows down before the finishing blast. So
yeah, so true, right? Great album though, man.
thank you.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
loving it.
definitely. Like I just finished saying. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I just finished saying this, but like I have a few different playlists, like my YouTube playlist, my Sofa City, and stuff like that. And you guys again are another band that I added right to my personal playlist before I put you guys on my other playlists. So yeah, your music is definitely, it's not like catchy, but it caught me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it grabs you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was our intention, and I kind of knew when I was composing that these songs are not kind of that catchy like our in first album, but there's certain depth and kind of more thought to it. So it might take several times to listen when it like really opens up. And I at least like I myself like those kind of albums that don't like immediately hit you, but like take 3, 4, 5 times to listen and then they like stick to it.
Yeah, it grows on you. Like you like it when you hear it, but then you like more and more. And I've noticed too that you guys are a band that every time I listen to you, there's something I didn't hear the last time, because I've listened to the album a couple of times.
Yeah, that's great. That is actually that was what I was intending to do. That I personally like a lot of those albums that you every time you hear it again, you will find something new. But and I think that's a Swedish band Seventh Wonder has a really good album called Merciful. So that's kind of album that really like every time I listen to it, it gives something more and more.
Yeah, right on. No, I really enjoyed that.
Now it seems to be kind of a concept album on that hand too, is it not?
Yeah, it's a concept album.
No, I wasn't. I didn't. I'm kind of dumb asking that. Nobody does concept albums. As I say that, a lot of bands have been doing concept albums now, actually. Because when I went to Montreal and I interviewed Empire to More, which I have to redo because that interview turned to be a blotch. Fuck, my camera equipment all died. Everything went wrong on that show, right? But their album was complete concept too. And then we just had our friends over at D Spell come out with their concept album of Dante's Inferno, right? So
yeah. Zachary Red did the same with his album.
That's true, right?
So they all made liars out of you.
I know. It's just making people make concept albums so they can prove me wrong.
Yeah. So on that note, what goes into it for you guys to put together a concept album like that?
Well, it has been quite a long time dream for me to make a good theme / concept album, and I was kind of almost doing it in our previous album, but it kind of was only halfway, and this time when I made the songs, when I had completed all the composing, then when I was listening to the songs, I immediately realized that this has to be a concept album because the songs kind of so much good together. So, and I'm a huge fan of concept albums. I'm like from Arion and stuff like that, and from Devin Townsend. I like concept albums a lot. So I think it's like almost the only way to make a really good album, that it has to have a solid concept from the first song to last and a good storyline too.
Yeah, you see that a lot. People, they just put out a mashed up album and then they have that one single that everyone hears a million fucking times, but you never hear another song off that album.
Yeah.
But like you guys with yourselves with the concept, it flows right through the whole thing. Poof, every song right after the other. It's fantastic, man.
But it's in this internet age, it's a kind of it doesn't work like it used to work in CD format, because the lyrics are not like, if the people doesn't buy it from CDs, then you really don't get the lyrics. So at least for me, when I listen to good concept album, I like gotta have the lyrics in the hand, because normally you don't. It's quite hard to get the story from the just listening to the album. At least for me, but it would really help if the lyrics would be there. So
That's where I like having, like when you get your merch and you buy that CD or say that vinyl and it comes with that book. As you're listening, you're reading, you're looking at the. It's like reading a complete novel in a sense,
yeah,
start to finish.
yeah, that's the best part. Like put the whole CD playing and just read the lyrics as you go.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
That just brings me right back to sitting on the floor with my cassette tapes. I guess it's not too far back. I still play with my cassette tapes. But you had it all right there. You had artwork, you had information, you had the lyrics, you had all the thank yous, the engineers, everything was right there. Like you used to put as much time and effort into making your CD, inserts and booklets as I say that you used to you put in as much time to do your albums. Do you guys miss that when it comes to everything or lots of things being digital now and how things are? Do you miss, being able to put that time and effort into those things?
Yeah, we do miss it. So you kind of, I mean, I'm not tech industry myself, so I've been kind of wondering how could we like get the same feeling back with the digital album, but it's kind of hard because like people listen it, they just put it in, play it from the Spotify, and there's like no one is looking at anything, so it's hard to like
Right.
kind of make up that kind of format that would like give the best out of this kind of album. So like making a whole YouTube video wouldn't like kind of make much sense, because YouTube pays so little, so it would be basically just giving the album for free. So but yeah, I do miss it, yeah. But those times are past, and I'm pretty sure they're never gonna coming back. But I really do hope that somebody invents a like good digital format for the albums that could kind of bring something back from that time when people had time to like go through the album.
Yeah, I can definitely say I miss things like that. I mean, now I do it because I have to. Then I did it because I wanted to, and there's no difference in it. I still want to do it now that I have to.
Yeah.
And every once in a while when I do throw my tapes on, my CDs on, my albums on, I will listen to or I will pull things out while I'm listening to them and check them out and stuff like that. So, yeah. TJ, what are you looking at?
I'm just checking out the album art cover here. How did you end up coming up with the art cover there, man? That's
that was actually that from KDS art. I was looking for his kind of works for almost like a year before the album was like finished, and there was kind of good album covers, and that particular cover was there for sale for almost like half a year, and then just one day I just contacted him that we can buy that cover from you. So I kind of I was waiting it to come to a sale, so bit of a risky move, but well, it did, and nobody bought it. But it kind of fits the theme like perfectly. Although it wasn't like made for the album, it was like his own idea completely. I don't know
it's its own
how does it work,
identity with the album, right? Like it identifies this.
But it fitted the album theme so good, so there was actually only minor modifications done to the original artwork.
Nice, eh? It's always hard to find good artwork.
Yeah.
A lot of bands. Actually, we had one. Give me a second. Urban Sex Legend had one of the most unique band covers I've ever seen, man.
Yes, it was Amazon women riding rhinos into war.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a unique idea.
Yeah.
Right? And it fit the album
Oh,
perfect.
you couldn't have asked for a different album cover when you put that album on and you're chilling. But yeah, it's straight
Nope.
out of like 1950s old movies, you know,
Yeah.
just that art
Yeah.
cover, the way the art cover is. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah. As far as like old movie poster art goes.
Yeah. That was
So,
fucking when I see that. I showed a man, I'm like, this is the next band. She just shook her head, right?
some of the bands we find ourselves researching are quite unique and interesting. Such as yourselves, it's really nice to have different bands on, I suppose. How did you guys get together? I know I just asked that question, but everybody's got a different story. So what's yours?
Well, me and the guitarist Harry, we've been childhood friends for like long time ago, and we were playing in different bands for like 5 years. And in 2003, I think it was, or yeah, I think 2003, I asked him because he was at that time like really good guitarist, and obviously still is. So I asked him that if he could join my solo parade at that time, and that's how the Harry came along. And there's been lots of lineup changes during our career, but he has been sticking along for all this almost 20 years.
Oh.
And a vocalist, I knew him from another band we used to play together, and now with the with these guest vocalists, I knew Jukka Nummi from our previous band in Oulu. We were playing Ronnie James Dio covers for almost like 10 years, and all rest of the vocalists were like not I was not familiar with them beforehand. So, but they came throughout. Like Peter James Goodman was, I think he was friends with Tommy's other band's guitarist, and they were talking about this album in the bar or so, and he called Peter James Goodman that would he like to come, and he came. And Emily Leone, I found it from internet because we were looking for one female singer vocalist for the band, so she was found like in a regular way from the internet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird to hear how every band's a different story how they got together. It's weird whether they were all childhood friends or, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the Harry was a
Definitely.
childhood friend, and the rest of the guys just kind of stick along the way. Like our drummer was, I found him from internet also. We were searching for a drummer for our previous album, the Vis Vires Infinitus, and he was looking for some project in one of the websites, and I contacted him, and he agreed to play with that one album. And after that, I moved to the same town that he lives, and we met in the bar, and then one thing led to another, and now he's our regular drummer.
That's pretty cool.
Right on. Right on.
And he also sings some of the leads in the album, and all those growl vocals too.
Oh wow, that's him, eh?
Yeah, but he's a multi-instrumentalist. He can play like anything. He makes his own solo albums. Like he's the only one who's playing in the
Oh,
album.
I was gonna ask you, like, when it comes to how you guys write your music, are you guys all in on it, or does someone just bring the stuff and then you guys learn what
Well,
they brought? Or
yeah. Currently, workflow is that I make the songs, all the songs like with computer and at virtual instruments and stuff like that, and then I introduce the songs to the guys, and they make their own changes to the songs, and that's how the album goes. But I think in the next album we're going to have multiple writers in the songs. At least the drummer said that he's gonna write a couple of songs, so it's not going to up to me anymore. So I gonna get some little help for the songs.
That's all right. Takes a
Yeah.
little bit of the load off you in that sense.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's quite a lot of work to compose 70 minutes of rock power. So
Oh, for sure. Just
Mhm.
doing what we do takes a lot of time. I can't imagine trying to put together a full album.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
well, I can, but you know,
yeah. It's usually like
You can. You're
right.
in the middle of it, aren't you, TJ?
yeah, I'm in the middle of doing it myself, right? So,
So I have the video Ghost of Yesterday on my laptop. I'm just curious. How long did it take you guys to put that video together? I'm finding all these goodies I didn't find the first time I researched you guys.
Yeah, well, in that video, if I remember correctly, there's like mix of those like the actual recording videos, but there's also kind of playback. How do you say those kind
oh,
of
Yeah.
pretending play
yeah,
videos because we wanted something different for couple of albums because it's kind of faster song, so it kind of needs some extra stuff there, not just those vocal videos. So we just
Yeah.
recorded, the drummer recorded in his own rehearsal place, and Harry recorded in my vocal booth. And actually the keyboard videos are from actual recording situation, but the guitar and the drums are like made afterwards. So then I
Okay.
just like edited everything and lip synced everything and sent to the Italy that make a video out of these.
Here, just do this.
yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on. That's
But
awesome.
it was quite easy for them because I had already like synced the sound with the videos and everything, so it was probably pretty straightforward to like match make the actual artwork and no need to focus on the like ground level video engineering.
Right on.
That's another thing I'm kind of studying right now is the video thing, but obviously I've got
Yeah.
to work on some things.
Yeah, well, I have had to learn everything myself too. So
Yeah, it's definitely been
It
quite the challenge.
there's been some interesting learning curves on the path direction when it comes to how people keep going with the way things are right now. I know that both TJ and I changed both of our directions, and that's how we ended up here.
Yeah.
yeah,
What's it like for you guys as far as like, have you guys stayed on the same type of path as you were on recording, practicing, stuff like that? Have you guys had to change things up in the last year?
well, actually, not a lot because we have kind of always the whole band started as a kind of virtual band. In the first couple of demos, we have had also guest vocalists, and our the previous album Vis Virus Infinitus was made so that we never saw with drummer before he played all the songs to the album, and so it's kind of not been affecting our way of work a lot. So we kind of been doing this for almost 20 years, doing like
Mhm.
everybody else doing now. So it's kind of
Mhm.
no news to us. So
Right on. So everybody's catching up to you.
Yeah.
yeah, probably. Yeah,
It's been a breeze for you guys.
of
No, I
course,
was gonna say.
with the vocals, you cannot like like ask the vocalist to do all the vocals themselves. So
Right.
you probably could, but the vocals were recorded in more traditional way. That vocalists came to me, or I went to record Emily's vocals and so on. So that was kind of, but it was actually before all the shit happened. So
Mhm.
so so there was no any 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 bad things around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not many difficult transitions or
Yeah,
obstacles or
yeah,
anything like that.
yeah. It was. I think the last vocals were recorded in. I think it was January 2020. It was just before the news started to came out, and
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be something infectious.
No pun intended.
No, right?
That was well played, actually. It's not often we get good puns on the show, but that one was
No, right?
fantastic.
I love a good pun, man.
Me too. Me too. So, right on. TJ, are you next, or is it me?
Well,
I mean, it
no, you can
doesn't
go ahead,
matter.
and then I have not a music-related question, but I do have kind of a question / a request.
Oh,
Okay, go on.
well,
Well,
you are more than welcome to step in front of me, my friend. I can wait.
you are
I want to know what
obviously
you have to ask.
you guys are multilingual over there and stuff. So how many languages do you speak then?
2 and
Okay.
3, and I can speak Swedish in like really poor manner, but basically 2 and 3 Swedish is something that I could like I can ask for help if I'm dying or something like that, but that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. But yeah, English is kind of my second language because I use it in my regular work, and so so 2 languages
Well,
basically.
what's your hometown language there then?
Finland.
It is Finland. I didn't know
Yeah.
how do you just say Finland? That's the language.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there are parts in Finland where the Sweden is the main language, and I think in the eastern border the people speak a lot Russian because there's lots of Russian. There was a lot of Russian people tourists coming to buy stuff from Finland, so there's a lot of people in the eastern border speaking Russian too. But like Sweden and Finland are the main languages.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I'm
I
always
didn't know that.
fascinated by everywhere you go, especially over there where you guys are all so close.
Sorry, I forgot. There's all third language also in the most northern parts of Finland. I think it's called Sami or something like that. So actually 3. I would like to change my answer.
That's all good.
So that's kind of
Right
that's
on.
kind of the most native language in Finland. But
Mhm.
Right
Yeah,
on. Okay, so it's kind of like here where we've got French and English. You guys are kind of like a duolingual country as well. Well, I guess it would be
Yeah.
trilingual country.
Mhm.
But right on. Awesome. TJ, what's your request?
Well, my request was how do you say the boneyard in your native tongue, right?
let me think. Boneyard. I'm not sure if there's kind of direct translation, but if it like
Yeah.
means the cemetery, then it would be hautausmaa.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Cool.
I'll live with that. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that was a pretty good request, TJ. I think that's the first time you've ever asked to find out who we are in another language.
Yeah, I think it was about time I busted that one out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If it's like direct translation, like from word to word, then it would be something like luupiha or something like that.
Oh, we could have a few options then.
Yeah,
but I think is it the boneyard? It comes from the like cemetery, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then it's like hautausmaa.
I'm gonna practice that, man. I'm definitely practicing that. Tonight, live on the show, you'll see me try to pronounce that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it should be good.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Okay,
put you up there, Amanda.
Pardon? I want to know. I kind of want to know what your first concert ever was. I haven't asked that question in a while.
Yeah, I think the first Ultimatum concert was. It was 2004, right after our first album. We were playing in Olympic silver medal party in our hometown, Suomussalmi, Finland. Marko Kemppainen won a silver medal from skeet, I think. So there was a huge celebration in our little hometown. So at that time there was actually 4 guys from the same town, and the vocalist was from like another town. So we were kind of the local band in that. But we played 2 songs, I think. The one was when he was like entering the arena and kind of gymnasium.
Yeah.
But that was actually our biggest crowd because I think there was like 1,000 people there.
No, that's a good crowd.
So like our first
Yeah.
gig ever was also with our biggest audience. And the shortest gig also, because two songs. So.
Nice. Right on. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I see on your page that you guys have merch.
Yeah, we have.
Where can we find it?
There's our internal shop. If you just click the shop link, and then there's the external shop, which is kind of from the third-party provider.
Okay.
So it's on the in the top links. There's a shop button. So when you hover over it, there's like shop and the external shop. So there's kind of two places to buy. The external shop has kind of a lot wider category, and the another shop is like stuff that we send from here.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. And I see you guys are on Bandcamp as well.
Yeah, we started the Bandcamp page not long time ago. I think it's probably half a year old or something like that. So I've kind of been kind of lazy with the social media and haven't had lots of our stuff in social media pages. Like I started our Twitter account again in like last year. So
yeah, that was my next question, was how the Twitter's been going for you.
Yeah, not very much because I'm so lazy to update. I'm kind of that kind of person that in real life that I don't kind of make a fuss out of myself. So it's kind of hard for us Finnish people to promote themselves by adding links. So I'm kind of writing only when there's something like really something worth to mention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a Twitter account and I don't use it very often. I find the most popular social medias over here. I mean, Twitter's popular, but the most popular social medias are Facebook and Instagram. Is that the same for you guys over there? Or do you guys have other social medias that are equally as popular that we might have over here that we don't see or don't recognize, don't know about?
I think it's those two also in here. I'm not sure because I don't do the social media. I actually don't have personal Facebook page at all.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah. I kind of when the Facebook came out, I kind of started like being very skeptical about it in the first place, and then I just never made the page. But it's kind of made the band management bit difficult because I need to like ask our guitarist or vocalist to do some updates if there's something that I need to find, because although I'm like the manager of our Facebook page and I can access it, there's a lot of features that doesn't work because I don't have any Facebook account. So that does make the promotion bit difficult. But that's my own headache.
Yeah,
I got to give a little shout out here real quick to my man Eric, who helped build and get me this whole system that I am using today. He just said thanks, great show. So I figured while I'm talking to him, I might as well give him a shout out.
Yeah. I might be related to that guy.
yeah, maybe, right? So, who are some of your local bands that we should also be kind of checking out that's coming up with you, like coming up in the area?
Well, we are not kind of we are not kind of local in that way that I actually just moved to this part of the world that I don't kind of know a lot of local bands, but there are like a lot of good Finnish bands.
From where you were, right?
Yeah, in Oulu there's. I would like to promote my old band, the Angry Machines, plays Dio. They're kind of cover band who plays all the everything that Dio has sung. They play it. So
nice.
I was in it for 10 years. So that's kind of worth to check out. But they don't have a lot of videos in YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Dio was a legend, man. That guy was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so and he was only 5'2".
Yeah, he's just a wee guy. if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that made this catch on. Did he not?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
not the one
Yeah.
credited for it?
So the story goes, but there's been some debate on who's invented it. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say, well, his grandma used to do it to him. So
to ward
yeah,
off evil spirits was the story, wasn't it?
this way,
Yeah.
and this way is something else, right? So I would
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think it doesn't matter if you just mean the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's all about what it means to you, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know,
In
I
your
know
heart,
that
you're
I
doing
miss it.
right.
It's not the same when I do it in interviews as it is when I do it when I'm in the crowd. That's for sure.
No, like
Yeah.
even at work,
So-
I just throw it up all the time. People will be talking, I don't hear a word they say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Pop
Yeah.
off.
It's definitely a universal language.
Yeah.
It is. It's a universal language. I know that, metal's a universal language. There's a lot of different genres and stuff that bring a lot of people together. But I know here in Canada, our metal community, whether we know each other or not, or we've spoken to each other or not, we're all family. You know, is it like that for you guys too? Is your metal community, like the close community, I suppose, or the family community like it is here?
Yeah, it is. I go to a lot of metal festivals, and it's the mood that is like really good every time. Like everybody's friend to each other, and
Right.
kind of it's sometimes like weird that how can a bunch of this looking metalheads be so calm when they get beer and get to listen bands like. The Tuska festival. That is the biggest in Finland. Has been, I think, 20 years or so. It has the least amount of police activity in when compared to all the other festivals in Finland. So and then it's in the middle of the capital of Finland. So that's kind of weird. That how can it be that there's like zero police alarms and events during the whole weekend when the heavy metal heads are going. But it's like that in all the festivals that are like purely concentrating on metal.
Right. I think that's because we get it all out in the pit.
Yeah, probably.
Like that's why we're such calm. Well, some of us aren't collected or patient. Some of us are all three. Some of us are one or the other. But for the most part, I know that like my metal family is very calm, collected, patient. We get rowdy and hyper and stuff like that, but it's because we all get it all out in the pit. Like our anxiety is very low.
I think one of the reasons is also that people actually come to listen to the music and they don't want to screw around, because if you screw around, then you get thrown out. So
that's right.
So that's probably one thing, that people actually come to listen to the bands and not just to get high and booze up and then start a fight. So
I drank for a very long time, and I never drank at shows. I always stayed sober at shows. 1 or 2
beers. A few beers, but never do I like sit down and drink like I'm at the bar. Like, no, I'm at a show. I'll have a beer in between each set or something. And then,
I just want to remember it. I want to have a good time. I want to. Hey, you remember that part where would it? I want to catch the drumstick or the guitar pick or whatever. I want to be a part of the show.
Tonight's show, I will have out of the car my box of like tickets and all the. I was looking through the other day, reminiscing.
Awesome.
I even found my Woodstock '99 ticket.
Ooh, that leads into a really good question. What's that one piece of merch that you have that nobody else has from a show? Like TJ's talking about his tickets and stuff like that. I know that, like, I have a drumstick from the Faps. I have a raincoat from a Perfect Circle.
I don't think I have any that kind of stuff. I don't remember, at least. I think my wife has a guitar pick from Gamma Ray's guitarist Kai Hansen, but I think that's like all we have. Because
that's something.
I'm not that kind of collector. I'm rarely in the like front front row,
Mhm.
so I don't really like get stuff. So I kind of normally listen to music from like bit from back and enjoy the
Sit
Yep.
music.
back,
So
have a beer, and
yeah,
Yep. You've
watch
earned
the
your
show,
right to
right?
stand at the back and watch the show. I
yeah,
know I have. I mean, I love the pit, but
Yeah.
on the same token, it's kind of nice to just stand back and watch
yeah.
everything.
But
If
there's
I've seen the band a bunch, I'll definitely sit back. The first
Yeah.
couple times, I'll go right up, but
yeah, but there's couple of exclusion. Last time the Symphony X was in Finland.
mm.
I went to the front row and to like for 3 or 4 songs and then got back. So, but usually I'm in the back. But it was like really crowded. The whole place was full. I think it was in Helsinki that gig, and it was actually double quick. There was a threshold from UK in the previous day, so it was like total rock metal paradise for 2 days.
That's awesome. I love those big festivals like that when you're camping and whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Those are the
that wasn't
best.
that wasn't festival. There were two completely separate club gigs, but they were like somehow chosen 2 rock bands in the successive days. So it was fun.
Worked out great,
Yeah.
eh? Well, is there anything else we need to cover for you guys today, or you got it all out there yet?
You scored
I
my
don't know.
question, TJ. That was awesome. So, yeah, is there anything else that we missed that you want to cover?
Probably not.
Perfect.
There's been a lot of cool chat.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
know
It's
this
been
has
a
been
lot of
great,
fun.
man.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yeah,
morning.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on
Yeah.
the show, man. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank
If
you.
you got,
Thank you for having me.
for
Oh,
sure, for sure.
anytime,
If you
man.
got, pardon? What was that,
I
TJ?
just anytime. I was about to say what you're about to say, so you
Yeah.
go ahead and say it.
Okay, since you stole my question. If you want to hang around backstage for a couple of minutes, we'll inform you about Sofa City Sounds, and then we'll head on for the day. Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. Right on. Well,
All
TJ,
right.
this one you can have.
Play loud, play proud, baby.
Right on.